Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. xDemax here from xDemax Plays. Now, I know you're normally mostly into the gameplay stuff that I upload on the channel, so mostly like my Let's Plays and stuff like that. One thing that I haven't really let known, aside from like me just talking about it in certain videos, is that I'm really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been big into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like for the longest. It's just that I took a big hiatus around the 2017 era. My major competitive time was in the 2011, 2008, 2011 time. So that was the 5Ds era. Plant Synchro, Junk Doppel, that deck was like my go-to bread and butter. And so I actually took a hiatus in 2017 once most of the remnants of that deck got hit on the ban list. So that was things like Level Eater. At the time we were Dark Synchro, so it was Gofu. You know, all my cards just starting to get banned because Link Summoning started taking over, and because Link Summoning started taking over, it kind of just like hit every other extra deck option out there. If you weren't running a Link focused deck, you pretty weren't competing. And I'm a big Synchro guy. Not to say that I wasn't playing before, because I was playing DM and GX era. It just so happens that GX era and DM era were just the times I wasn't competitive. Hell, when freaking DM era came out, I was only like 6 years old, so hell no, I wasn't playing competitive at all. So I came back recently. I've spent way more money than I should have in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I love my shiny cardboard. That's never going to change for the most part. But I have just wanted to make this quick test video. This is gonna get uploaded, but just to see how it goes, see if anybody's interested in it. Maybe get a different crowd. I want xDemax Plays not to just be video games. I just want it to be things that I just do in general. Right, it's a Let's Play channel, but it's a game channel, right? And Yu-Gi-Oh is a game. It's a trading card game, but it's still a game channel. This is just something I really love to do. So what brought me back into Yu-Gi-Oh was actually this set in particular. Now I know a bunch of Yu-Gi tubers call this set Yawn of Majesty, you know, things like that. And I actually tried to record this set before. The problem was it was like an OD ghetto solution. My girlfriend could attest to that. It was just trash. And it was just shaky cam all over the place. And while you might get some shakes now and then because my recording setup isn't like the best recording setup out there, it's a lot better now. And I can do this now. So I've actually opened up a box of this before. I've actually already bought most of the cards that I need. We're already in Burst of Destiny format. Main reasons why I bought 3 more boxes of excuse me. I had a really good lunch / dinner. The reason why I bought more of this set in particular is because one, it has a Starlight Rare. Yeah, Starlight Rare. That's the name of it. It has a Starlight Rare I really want to pull. It's Stardust Dragon Starlight Rare. If I can pull it, it's gonna be the best thing I can do. Just buying the card right out is like a $700 investment. Yes, while this is about like a $200 or so investment, like I've only bought 4 boxes. If I can't pull it, I'll eventually just straight up buy it. But Stardust Dragon is like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card of all time. 2, Aluber. He's actually going up in price, so that actually falls into my buying of this set. Another deck that brought me back was Shadal's and Invoked, which ended up getting splashed in with the Dogmatica engine. And the Dogmatica engine storyline also tells of other stories like Tri Brigade and Despia, right? And I think the Spriggans as well. I know eventually, because the OCG has the structure deck out already, or it's about to be out in the OCG. For those who don't know, the OCG is the official trading card, the official card game, the Japanese and Asian version of it. And it's taking over, and because everyone, you know, wants to buy out cards now, Aluber, the Jester of Despia, is like an $80 card right now. I don't recommend to buy the set if you're just trying to buy a playset. Buying a playset for like $240 is gonna more than justify this. Buying a box, same thing. I'll link all the fellow Yu-Gi tubers that I'll watch too, like House of Champs and, you know, all the other Nicole 40. Buy the cards outright. There's only 2 secrets per case. A case is 12 boxes of this. So you're only guaranteed 2 of each secret on average per case. So if I pull 3 Alibers from this, I'd be extremely lucky. But you know, we'll see how that goes. I won't be opening these up today. I'll actually be opening these up in a later video. I'm just gonna wait for one of my friends to get here, and we'll pop these open. But for now, what I really wanted to do is do a quick deck profile. All right, a quick deck profile. So there's a Yu-Gi tuber I've been following for a long time, and that is actually 037 Wolf. I've been following 037 Wolf since Junk Doppel. I think he's been uploading that long. I remember in college and late high school when I was playing casually, he was uploading a lot, and I took a lot of deck what's the word? Deck influences from him. And this is actually very close to his deck profile. I've been playing a variant of this on the Yugioh Mega ladder, where I replace some of the cards, and I'm just testing that to see how it goes. I also have this version built on there as well, and I'm testing both of them to see which one I like, seeing what cards I like to choose. I'm someone who likes to stick with math, and if math says 40 cards is the better bet, then I'm gonna play with 40 cards, not 41 or above. 41 is fine, but I want to stick to as close to that magic number as I can get. So this is a deck profile of the new and improved Junk Synchron, Junk Doppel Stardust deck. Like, it's a fun deck. Just synchro something like 10 times a turn, drawing like 7-8 cards, establishing a board. It's fun. I love it. I lose to Nibiru. I've been Nibiru'd a couple times already, but on the ladder. But it's fun. It's fun. So first part of the deck profile, main deck. So we main 3 Junk Stardust Synchron. Stardust Synchron is a very important card. It's finally a really good level 4 tuner with the Synchron name. I think we only had Hyper Synchron and Jet Synchron, and they weren't really good cards. But Stardust Synchron actually does a lot of things. It searches a brick in our deck that then dumps another card and then ties into its second effect. First effect allows you to search for a Stardust card. Second effect allows you to special summon this card by tributing a monster on the field. So it allows you to extend a little bit past plays that you normally wouldn't be able to. It's a really cool card. It's a Stardust card. I love it. It sparkles. It's secret rare. What more can I say? And you max out on this as well. You want to max out on all the cards I'm about to show for the most part. Triple copies of Junk Synchron. These are the secret rare versions of the card. What can I say? It's Junk Synchron. It allows you to normal summon this card, special summon a level 2 or lower monster, start going hand from there. You're gonna get its best friend Doppel Warrior, and then just go hand from there. And it also plays into a really cool thing that that's done later in the deck as well, and I'll show that off. And that's one reason why I also like Dawn of Majesty, and I think that a lot of people are sleeping on the set. It'll eventually be like a really good set. Next we play with triple Doppel Warrior. Doppel Warrior, really good level 2. It's always been good since Storm of Ragnarok when it first released. Amazing extensions, just unlimited tokens if you know how to play with this thing properly. Whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you special summon 2 level 1 tokens in attack position, and then you just go hand from there. And it's not once per turn like most Yu-Gi-Oh cards nowadays, so as long as you can keep bringing this thing back, or you have multiple copies that you keep special summoning, you're just going to keep generating advantage, and the main combo is just like, you summon that card like 3 or 4 times, and you just got level 1 non-tuner monsters up the ass. 3 copies of Junk Converter. Junk Converter is a really good extender that we didn't have, and it's a starter too that I didn't have when I left the game in 2017. Basically allows you to pinch a tuner monster in your hand and dig in for another Synchron monster from your deck. And since it's a level 2, it automatically plays in if you dump it any tuner and then search a Junk, because that gives you the Junk Synchron play. And very important for consistency reasons. Next is triple copies of Dawnwalker Skater, or a Skater Dawnwalker, and then you also play the Searcher, the thing that you special summon off of it. I'll show that later in the deck profile. this basically gives you a free level 8 synchro. That's mostly going to be Chaos Ruler. And the main reason why is because Chaos Ruler allows you to dig more into your deck, mill whatever you don't need, and then hopefully you can get the Doppel Warrior usually when you do need it. There's actually other cool plays where you can do where you can like normal summon Junk Converter, just summon the level 3 tuner back, and then extend off of there if you have like Kaligo or Doppel Warrior and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool plays that you can do on that as well. Triple copies of Kaliga Clawcrow. It's just a really good non-tuner monster that special summons itself. It's a level 2, it's dark. It special summons whenever you have a dark monster on the field. You can only special summon them once per turn that way. But if they like Effect Veiler, Ash you, you know, stop you in any way, and you have a level 3 tuner, you can just keep going with this card. And it's actually searchable with a new card that came out of Burst of Destiny. And I'll show you that. Then we have the 3 kind of like brick cards that you don't really want to see in your deck. Stardust Trail, Fire Ant, a Skater, and then Cyber Synchron. Stardust Trail, you need it for combos with Stardust Illumination. The spell card you get off of Stardust Synchron. Basically with that card, you then just pitch this to the graveyard. And then when you activate Stardust Synchron's effect, this kind of does like a Doppel Warrior and then special summons itself. Make sure you don't chain Doppel Warrior off of Stardust Synchron, because if you do, Stardust Trail is going to then trigger and it's going to miss timing. Because Doppel Warrior is a when effect, not a if you do effect, so just be careful of that. Fire Ant, basically just off of Dawnwalker. Really the only time you really want to do that, see that card, and gives you the level 8 Synchron. Cyber Synchron, the level 1 tuner that we choose. The reason why we choose Cyber Synchron and not like Unknown Synchron anymore is because Cyber Synchron has a protection effect. So if you have a monster in your extra deck space, and you have this card in your graveyard, you can protect the monster one time by removing this card from play. That's really nice. You set up something in the extra deck spot that will just like be a big body and just stay there and just be a hassle. Usually there's going to be like 1 or 2 cards that you're really going to put in that spot. I'll show you what they're going to be. Next, the big card that really helped the deck out in Dawn of Majesty, Synchro Overtake. Basically, you do have to play a card in your extra deck that you don't really summon a lot, but this does help a lot. And that card is going to be Junk Warrior. You reveal a synchro monster that requires a specific tuner, and by doing that, you get to search or special summon the tuner. You normally want to special summon it, especially if the tuner is already on the grave, because you really need to top deck sometimes if you're like behind on advantage. But just giving you a great extender, it's just a great card. I'm surprised this card's only like $8, but that's because everything really needs to be generic nowadays, and we'll get back to times when certain cards are going to need certain synchros or synchro tuners, and you know, it's gonna be useful. I'm definitely want to stockpiling a couple of these before they shoot up in price eventually. Triple tuning, standard searcher searches any synchron monster. We only play 3, but you really don't want to search one of them, so you're either going to search Stardust Synchron or you're either going to search Junk Synchron. Some people play Quick Draw. I saw a deck list where somebody was playing Quick Draw with like only Excel Synchron as its like material, but I'm not too sure how that works. But I'll definitely try it out someday. But tuning, just consistency. You really want consistency in this deck. A card that I'm thinking of changing the ratios on. Well, Wolf likes this. This is getting clogged in my hand a lot of the times, and especially if they don't have anything to shoot back on you, it really messes you up. Especially since hand traps are like falling out of favor from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from like everyone else. The draw 2 effect is really good. Looking in your opponent's hand is really good. Hell, even taking the monster is really good. Like, these are all 3 good effects that you can take advantage of depending on the situation. You just gotta get hit first. But like when you do and you still have extenders in your hand, oof, you're going awful. Monster Reborn, Reinforcement of the Army, Call by the Grave, Stardust Illumination. I'll talk about this in a second. 1 copy of Forbidden Droplet because I only have 1 of this. Getting a second one soon. I'll try to see how that fits in here. But Stardust Illumination is the real big card in this set from these, because the rest are pretty much known. This allows you to dump a Stardust monster from your deck to your graveyard. If you have a Stardust like dragon or warrior monster, I believe. It has to be a starter synchro monster. You can special summon it directly to your side of the field. I don't remember. Cool. Yes. So if you have like Stardust Charge Warrior already on the field and you activate this, you can special summon the Trail or Stardust Synchron from your deck, and then you can synchro off of it. So that's really nice. And then this also has level reduction, so you can reduce a Stardust monster 1 level. So usually what you would do is like if you have like a weird like 9 setup, you can like increase one of their monsters, so you can do a synchro 10 or whatever. It's a really good card, really nifty. You really don't want to see it in your opening hand. It's gonna come up, but something that you really don't want to see. Triple Imperm. It's like the best hand trap. Still can't get cross out designated though nobody's playing that card. It's a really good hand trap overall. Stops plays, especially back row too if you're setting it properly. And then double effect Veiler. I'm debating on taking these out. I would have to see what I'm doing in the Yugioh Omega version. I'm playing a Foolish Burial, and I'm playing. I don't remember what I'm playing right now, but I was thinking of maybe doing a Pot of Avarice and a Foolish Burial. On Yugioh Omega, Foolish Burial has been helping me a lot. Like if I just open junk and nothing else, Foolish Burial at least dops the Doppel Warrior. That way I can go off, or if like my Stardust Synchron play gets messed up, I can Foolish another Stardust Synchron, tribute it, special summon, and keep going off. Like I feel like Foolish Burial is like a really good card. I don't know why 037 Wolf isn't playing it. He must have his own reasons, but I'm testing it out, and so far it's working pretty good. So that's the main deck. I'm running 40 cards. I feel like this is fine for the most part. I do brick sometimes. I gotta figure out what to do. I don't really want to run like any like a Lore Darknesses or anything like that. Removing from play cards is like really bad in that deck, so I don't want to do this. For the synchros from the extra deck, playing Double Star Shaman, playing Martial Metal Marcher, Herald of the Arclight, and Cupid Pitch. These are like the low level synchros. So Double Star Shaman basically special summons a level 2 monsters from your graveyard or your hand. So this is an extender after you've already extended. Like it's pretty crazy. And then after the Double Star Shaman, because this is a tuner itself, usually you go straight into Metal Marcher, and if you have TG Hyper Librarian, you've just drawn 2 cards, and then you're setting up for a 3rd and a 4th because this is a tuner, and then you bring back another tuner. Herald of the Arclight is really good against some matchups. A lot of matchups like Tri Brigade need to dump from the main deck, so by having this on the field, it just stops them. And then it usually has to bait out a battle phase, so it's really good. Cheaper Pitch, really important for the combo. I'm really mad this is only a common. This also searches Caligra Crow once it's synchro summoned. So basically what this does is, whatever you synchro summon from this, whatever the non-tuner monster was, you reduce or you increase this card's level by that. And then this is also a tuner. And then whenever this card is sent to the graveyard, you search a monster with 600 or less defense, or 600 defense in the spot, I believe. And then you do some burn damage, but it just helps with extensions, because you can go Double Star Shaman, Cupid Pitch, Martial Metal Marcher, into whatever else you want to do. You're drawing a lot of cards just from that alone. Excel Synchron, another card that just helps you extend. Just keep drawing. Just going fast. Makes me feel alive. Junk Warrior, just for the Synchro Overtake. And in the event that you ever need a 3100 beat stick, Doppel Warrior plus Junk Synchro makes this 3100, so it comes up. Junk Speeder, one of the best new cards that came out after I left. This card's amazing. This card is great. This special summons as many tuner Synchron monsters from your deck as possible with different levels. So it's usually going to be Stardust Synchron, Junk, and Cyber Synchron, and then that lets you go ham from there. So the people playing Quick Draw, I guess that allows you to summon Quick Draw, but I don't really know what you're going into after that. PG Hyper Librarian, this is your draw card. Stardust Charge Warrior, another draw card, draws after it's special summoned. So with this, you draw 2 cards as soon as you summon this. Omega lets you rip a card from your opponent's hand. Sometimes the best play you can do is either summon this, rip a card from the hand, see what you're playing against, or other times you can wait on your opponent's standby phase, and then if you did like Stardust Synchron plus Stardust Trail, and you banished one of them, just reoccur one of them back into the graveyard. That way you set up the play for next turn. The Chaotic Dragon, basically this is your dig card. This is gonna allow you to just dig a little bit more, get more resources in, especially if you need that Doppler to, you know, just set up for the next play. Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon, negate. It's just a monster negation, 3000 attack, really good. Hot Red Nova, Hot Red Dragon Archerine Abyss. Usually synchro this on after Chaos Dragon. Use the Cyber Synchron plus this. That's your synchro level 9. Baronnet de Fleur. Really good boss monster. This Hot Red Nova or Crystal Wing Dragon are usually the monsters that you want to leave in that extra monster zone. That way you can protect it with Cyber Synchron. Just really good card. And then Satellite Warrior, if you ever need the beat stick, you need to pop like most of your opponent's field. And then also this helps for OTKs because this gains 1000 attack every synchro monster that's in the graveyard. Just a really great mon. The side deck, I'm still working on it, but if you've seen 037's Wolf's video, the same side deck as him, the 3 Evenlies, the Solemn Judgments, Pure Order, yada yada yada. That's mostly gonna focus on what you need to fight against, depending on your locals or wherever you're fighting from. So not really gonna show that here today. I hope you guys enjoyed that deck profile. If you do enjoy more Yugi stuff, let me know. Yeah, man, I'm just happy that I get to synchro summon more. After I solve some kinks with my Invoke deck, because I'm not just playing Invoke Dogmatica, I'm playing Shadow Invoke Dogmatica. But actual Shadows in the deck. Can't wait to update you guys on that. Alright, that's all for me. Deuces, bye.